Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rekal Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai. The Lord's for the chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as we're the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Akale, and I'm from the GMS Jamaica Kingston camp. And this video is about World War III. Alright, right now, tensions are high in the world in regards to the situation that's happening over there in the so-called Middle East. And you have some major power players that are making moves. Alright, now, the scriptures let us know in Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14 that the second woe is past, talking about World War II, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And so that third woe is talking about World War III. All right, so World War III will be happening, and World War III will be happening over there in the so-called Middle East. All right, and that's why you see all of this tension happening. Okay, now in regards to the World War III prophecy, the ending of World War III cannot come until the mark of the beast prophecy is fulfilled, which is the microchip, right? In Revelation chapter 16 and verse 16, it talks about the war of Armageddon, and he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. And who is them that is being referred to? All of these heathen nations. All right. Salakio. Yeah, man. So Yahweh Shemishai is gathering all of the heathen nations over there to the so-called Middle East. But as I said before, the ending of it cannot happen until that mark of the beast prophecy comes to pass. All right, because at the end of World War III will come the destruction of America, which is Mr. Babylon the Great, which America will be destroyed by a thermonuclear fire. Those ICBM missiles that have been created, they were created for a reason, and they were created to destroy America. All right, Yahweh Shemishai gave Esau Edom the knowledge to create that technology to destroy them with it. Okay, and also when it is that the destruction is happening, before it's destroyed, Yahushua will deliver the elect of the nation of Israel from America. The 1/3 and 2/3 of our people will be destroyed. And those 2/3 would receive the judgment in Revelation chapter 14, verse 9 to 10, where if you take the microchip, you shall be destroyed. So knowing that, the microchip has to come first, man, which is the mark of the beast. But right now, with this prophecy, just as all other prophecies, there is a development to it, right? Things have to build gradually over time. And that is what we're seeing right now, okay? Because this situation, many times there have been situations, but this situation right here looks to be having some very core build-ups or building up to the World War III prophecy. Right? And of course, you remain vigilant with observing what's going on, right? And in the book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6, it lets you know, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right? So you were seeing all this happening, and some people may be panicking or putting out certain information out there, but the scripture lets us know that the end is not yet. And why can the end not be yet? Because that microchip has not been made mandatory worldwide. The mark of the beast prophecy has not been fulfilled as yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So we haven't even reached this part as yet, okay, where there shall be these famines and pestilences. Now, we've had the earthquakes, and some places have experienced some sort of famine, but it has to be on a very obvious and serious level worldwide, the famines and the pestilences. And it says, all these are the beginning of sorrows. So we're in that time where we're heading into the beginning of sorrows, right? Because Yahweh Shemisha is going to be bringing severe judgment to the world, all kinds of things. We have to be experiencing Jacob's trouble as well. A lot of prophecy still had to come to pass. The famine of the word prophecy, the persecution of the prophets as well, etc. We still have many things to see. But we're seeing the development of this World War III prophecy happening just with all these other prophecies. And so we have America sending troops over there to Israel to help the Israelis. Okay. Now, a couple of days ago, 2,000 U.S. troops told to prepare to deploy in response to Israel-Hamas war. Updates. All right. So that was a couple of days ago. But recently, from Forbes, it says, the U.S. sending more missile systems to Middle East as it prepares additional troops to deploy. So, wow, look at that number right there. You see that? 1044. Yeah, man. 1044. Anyway, if you know, you know. Right? But yeah. I didn't even know this was happening until I Googled it just a few minutes ago. The Pentagon overnight said it will send 2 of its most powerful weapons against missiles to the Middle East and prepare an unspecified number of troops to deploy overseas after recent escalations by Iran and its proxy forces continue to threaten a wider war in the region. All right. So first it was the Israelis and Hezbollah or whatever it is. Now Iran's a part of it, and now America's a part of it, and it says that the least of the flock, right? Least of. Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 20. Let's go to 50 and verse 45. They're both saying the same thing. But this one says, therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord Yahweh that he hath taken against Babylon, talking about America, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans, talking about the Edomites. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out, surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. So the least of the flock is talking about the Israelis, all right, the state of Israel, that they will be doing things that will draw America out, right? And this is literally happening right now. Right, America is rushing to the aid of the state of Israel, but as you can see at the bottom, it says, surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. So they're going to lose, right? That's another thing. America is going to lose World War III. Okay, so they're doing this, and Iran is a major player as well. Iran is spoken about in the book of Ezekiel chapter 38 as an ally of Russia, which is Gog and Magog. That's Russia. And then it mentions the allies, which includes Persia, which are the Iranians today, who are the biblical Elamites. All right. So yeah, that's just going on. So they're gathering them up together over there, right? Or rather, they're being gathered over there by the Lord. Okay, so that's that. But then you have China as well jumping in. Okay, so a couple of hours ago, Israel-Hamas war, China deploys warships to region and amid fears of wider conflict. China sends 6 warships. Israeli military warns of wider conflict. Now, China is a heathen nation, and one of the heathen nations that's being gathered by Yahweh Shemishai to the valley. Okay. Let's see what this is saying. China's People's Liberation Army, PLA, has deployed 6 warships in the Middle East, including a guided missile destroyer in the Middle East amid escalating tensions in the region because of the ongoing war between Israel and Palestinian militant group Hamas. Right. I said Hezbollah earlier, but it's the Palestinian militant group Hamas. I think Hezbollah is the location where it's happening. Yeah. So according to the South China Morning Post, these warships include the Zaibo, a type guided missile destroyer. They're sending their integrated supply ship as well, and their escorts were part of the escort. Okay. Naval Escort Task Force that recently took part in a joint military exercise with Oman. Who's Oman? Let me Google that real. Okay, so they're just a country to the right of Saudi Arabia and to the northeast of Yemen. Okay. So an Arab nation, Ishmael, I'd assume. Well, the Ishmaelites are the Arabs, but I don't know exactly what kind of people are dwelling up in there. I just assume that they're Arabs. Okay, anyway. So they were doing military exercises with them. On the other hand, it says the move comes at a time when the U.S. has sent USS Gerald F. Ford, its most advanced carrier, along with the battle group to the West Asia region. On the other hand, Israel's military has warned that Iran-backed Hezbollah risks dragging neighboring Lebanon into war and said anti-tank missiles were fired from Lebanon Sunday. So why is China going over there? Let me just skim through this real quick. Wow, check this out. So it's saying that Israel continues to block fuel and electricity supplies critical to running hospitals and support several other essential services. Rafah crossing with Egypt on Saturday. So Israel's making some scummy moves. Wow. Yeah, well, I mean, they're going to their Edomites, they're so-called white people, the wicked. Okay, but at the bottom here, it says, where is it at? Cathay Pacific Airlines cancels flights, citing the ongoing situation in Israel. Cathay Pacific Airways has canceled all flights between Hong Kong and Tel Aviv for the rest of this year. It's kind of serious, right? No flights between Israel and China. It's quite interesting from that airline. All right. Anyway, my assumption is that China is on the side of Russia and Iran. But overall, the Lord is gathering these heathen nations together, right? They're being gathered together over in that place, the valley of Jehoshaphat, right? In Joel chapter 3 and verse 9, it says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves, and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord, Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yahweh's judgment, Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about." So the Lord is gathering these heathen together over in that place, man, over there in the so-called Middle East, right? And they're all moving. Some are already in close proximity, others have to go by sea. And so they're sending over their warships, and some are sending over troops. America and China are doing this. And so, this overall situation, you just continue to watch, because this is something that you're going to see other ramifications. You're definitely going to see economic ramifications, right? Depending on how these countries start to operate or start to block certain kinds of trade and certain ships from exporting certain goods, because no country is truly just 100% self-sufficient from what I've seen. All right. Everyone takes from everyone else and benefits from every other country. So we'll start seeing how certain moves can be made in regards to that. So those ramifications, the economic ramifications, such as supply chain issues getting certain foods or materials and certain goods that people are used to, Yeah, man. Just keep an eye on that. But anyway, the Lord is doing a beautiful thing, because, these things are all happening, and It's great and beautiful to see. All right. But we're definitely in that time, and stay prayed up. With that, I'd like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemeshah Bashar Kwakodash. Shalom.